ahead.
Ready? Welcome. Wendy is a brand visionary with over 20 years of experience in branding and marketing. She's passionate about helping small business owners harness the power of AI to create unique, authentic brands that align with their values and emotionally connect with their ideal clients. Her proprietary approach is key to building sustainable, profitable businesses and exponentially increasing your brand visibility.
Go ahead, Randy.
Thank you so much, Susie. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. What an amazing, fantastic, super group of women. But I already knew that because, if Angeline is here and Robbie Motter is here and Susie's here, then it's a party. So, yay. The thing is this, every single one of you is gifted, right? And unique and keeping a secret. A secret you were actually born to share. And I have secrets too, secrets about who I am. We all do. And well, if you must know, I'm bossy and controlling, but I'm also silly and creative. My title is Chief Goofball in Charge. I know that's true because it's on my business card. I can be passive aggressive, but I'm also detail oriented and hardworking. And the truth is, some people love me, but some say I'm an acquired taste. And you know what? You have a secret too. And this is something inside of you that you want the world to know. This is something so intrinsic, you're not even sure where it came from. Well, that's your brand. And we're going to talk a lot about that today. So let me share my screen with you and we'll get started. So I think I start with this, right? Share this. There we go. There we go. And this one. Great. Am I sharing the right screen? Do you see my notes?
Yes.
You can see my notes?
No.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well,
no.
then.
No, we can just see your slide, I think.
We
That's all I can
we,
see.
we
Don't
see
you
three
read?
tips,
Okay.
three tips to make a
No.
powerful impact.
Perfect. All right. We are rocking and rolling. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Wendy Barr. I'm the CEO and founder of Intelligent Brands and the Women's Business Link. And I've been at this a long time. I have an MS in branding and marketing, and I've worked with clients like RCA Records, Rockefeller Center, and even MTV on their marketing and promotion strategies. I believe in diversity, equality, and freedom of speech. I love puzzles and art and rock and roll and dogs and the beach. I was raised by entrepreneurs. Now, my grandfather owned a pawn shop while I was growing up, and my mom owned a record store, and she owned several other businesses, including a head shop. And if you're too young to recognize the term, well, then a head shop is where you would go to buy the paraphernalia with which to smoke your weed in the 70s. Yes, thank you, Mom. That was great experience. All right. So I literally came out of the womb as an entrepreneur. And I also love technology and innovation. Now, I've been using AI within my business for several years now and experimenting with all the ways that little old entrepreneurs like you and I can use AI to get further faster. And the short answer is branding. And ChatGPT, of course. Yes, ChatGPT can help you get further faster. But here's the thing. Things have changed. Marketing has changed. People respond better to authenticity. And they can tell if your content sounds canned and bland and robotic, right? So you have to teach your AI who you are as a brand so that she can generate relevant content on your behalf. Content that feels like you. So let's just start with the basics, okay? What is branding? Well, branding is a perception. That's it. It lives and breathes in the mind of your public. So whatever people are thinking and saying about your brand, well, that actually is your brand. Branding is the persona of a company. It's a mechanism used to tap into your unique distinctions. And at the end of the day, branding is about being remembered, being relatable, and building a fan base. It can attract your ideal client like a magnet. Customers, clients, people want to do business with people. And they want the brands that they choose to be in alignment with their own personal value system. And the truth is, if your business can't engage on that level, you will not be able to connect with those that need you the most. Because AI-generated content, without the brand voice and personality to make it feel human and approachable, well, it's like a gorgeous outfit on a mannequin. There is nothing underneath the decor to substantiate the brand. And so the conversation will just fall flat. Okay, let me know in the chat if you've ever had a conversation with a mannequin. Okay, be honest now. Forward-thinking business owners are absolutely thrilled. Why? Because they see it as a way to get some of their time back, and rightfully so. So they're experimenting by generating AI content, right? A lot of content. So much content. But they noticed quickly that it started feeling impersonal, robotic, and just like everyone else's content. So what did they do? They started to prompt. And they said things like, yeah, write this in the voice of Oprah Winfrey or Tony Robbins or Matthew McConaughey, right? Oh, that was fun. I did it. But do you see a problem with that? Yeah, me too. Because if you're not Oprah or Tony or Matthew, then you're generating content that is not speaking in your brand voice. And you're unique. So now I talk to business owners every single day, and they have genuine concerns. They ask me, Wendy, is it okay to share my proprietary information with AI? And can it save me money to use AI? Can it help me make more money? Is it worth investing my time to learn AI? And my favorite is, how do I make it sound like me? Well, today, I'd like to share 3 action steps with you that you really need to take now to dial in your brand messaging. And we'll start with how to develop a brand voice that speaks to who you are on the inside, and how to connect with your dream client on an emotional level, and how to access your secret inner unicorn. This is your unique ability. How does that sound?
Good.
Good.
Awesome. I'm going to just open the chat in case my hair starts on fire and I don't notice, and then you guys are telling me, Wendy, your hair is on fire. I have the chat on. Now, before you can truly take your AI out for a spin, you need to teach her who you are as a brand. Now, my AI is female. I don't know about yours. So yes, you'll need to make some important decisions regarding your brand voice. And there's a recipe. I do love a good recipe. Okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to take your distinct personality. Now, this is your secret that I was talking about in the very beginning. This is your secret. You're going to add in your love language. Now, what is that? Your love language is like words and phrases that you use often in conversation. You know, boss babes, you know, secret, super sassy unicorn. Like that's my love language, right? Chief goofball in charge. These are some of my own unique words and phrases that I use in conversation. And you put that together, and that equals your unique brand voice. Now, your brand voice is different. It absolutely is. And I get that. But see, it doesn't really matter if I get that. What matters is that your brand voice resonates with your ideal client. So I guess you're really going to need to know your audience, right? Okay. Knowing and understanding your dream client goes way beyond demographics. Now, while I'm talking about this piece, this is what I want you to do. I want you to think about your favorite client. You know, the one that you worked with that was really responsive to all of the knowledge you were sharing. And they wrote a glowing testimonial and they showed up at every meeting, right? Think about your favorite client while we're going through this piece. Keep in mind that your ideal client is on a journey, right? And it's your job to understand them. Like, what are their goals and desires? What do they wish for? What are their challenges and fears? What does failure look like to them? And most importantly, what are the emotional repercussions to them either getting or not getting their problem solved? Don't assume that you understand their struggles until you actually do. And guess what? If you take a little bit of time on the front end and really develop the persona of your ideal client, your AI can take that and run with it because now you're telling her who you're speaking to. It really improves the quality of the output tremendously. So, a little sneaky tip. Think about that ideal client, right? The one that you loved, and start making a list of the qualities. Not right now, but whenever. Start making a list of the qualities that they had, right? And think about their love language, right? Think about their brand voice. Think about their secret and start a list so that you can really identify with who your ideal client is, your dream client. Okay, that brings us to tip number 3. And now this is your super sassy secret inner unicorn, right? So make sure that all the while, as you're developing your brand voice and you're identifying your ideal client and you're building out all those juicy offerings, that you are focusing on your own unique ability. Right? What is it that really makes you different? Go deep here. Okay. So ask yourself what's yours. And if you can come up with it right off the top of your head, you can share in the chat. 3 words or less. What's your unique ability? I'd love to know. Right? It could be your education, could be your experience, right? It could be your sense of humor. Maybe you're a goofball like me, right? People feel safe with me. I love that. Absolutely. That's critical. You know, your experience, you're a connector, caring for others, right? Approachability. You know, do people feel comfortable in your presence? I love it. Lisa, bringing others together. She's funny, she's safe, and all of that is true because I know Lisa well. And these are some of the things that attracted me to Lisa. Fantastic. For example, my unique ability is my creative perspective. Like I can offer my clients really unique and out-of-the-box solutions to their complex business and marketing problems. So go deep here, right? Don't be like anyone else. Just be like you. And according to Forbes, clients are willing to pay up to 26% more on average for a product or service that leverages its unique differentiation. And if you're a service provider or a coach or a speaker, it can be up to 56%. Can you believe that? And yet we live so guarded. We don't really want to share our soul with the whole world. And I get that, but we live in the age of AI and social media, babe. There, you can't hide anything anymore. Brand recognition, brand awareness, brand connection, all of this leads to clients and stages and cash, right? Like your stardom begins with your brand. You can't expect people to be attracted to you and your energy if you're keeping your brand hidden, right? Show them who you are on the inside. And when I was putting this talk together, this part made me think of this story. So I'm going to share it with you. And then later, Lisa will tell me if it's appropriate or not. Okay. So there was this one time I was at the grocery store. It was very late at night, and I was at the checkout, right? And I happened to notice this woman is going through the electric doors, right? She's leaving the store. I'm right there by the doors, and she's about to walk out. And for whatever reason, she's wearing this giant trench coat. So everybody was looking at her. And right when the electric doors opened, she was standing there, and guess what happened? A ham dropped out of her coat and fell on the floor at her feet. And we were all looking at her, and she's looking around, and nobody knew what to do. And she looked shocked. And guess what she did? She looked around at everyone and she said, "Who threw that ham at me?" Clearly, she was stealing it. She said, "Who threw that ham at me?" And I thought to myself, oh my God, that is the most creative response I have ever seen. But she was keeping a secret, wasn't she? She had a secret inside of her coat. And when that secret was exposed, she came out with the most creative response. So if you're afraid to share your secret out there in the world because you're worried that some people may or may not gel, they might not resonate with your secret, I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. Do it. Do it, right? Because you can't say the wrong thing to the right people, and you simply can't say the right thing to the wrong people. So tell me in the chat if you're using AI right now, if you're using ChatGPT. I would love to know, right? And if you're not, I suggest you just have some fun with it. Ask ChatGPT for a recipe. Have you done that yet? Or beach vacation ideas. Or when I was in New York City, I asked her to chart a course of all the thrift stores around the hotel I was staying at. And yeah, there are so many things you can do. And for your business, yeah, it's immense. So I created a little DIY cheat sheet to help you get up and running fast. So if you're not using ChatGPT yet or any other AI yet, then this guide will kind of just get you prepared, get you up and running, 10 steps to activate your AI brand. And you can scan the code. And I'm also going to post the link for you here in the chat so that for those of you that don't want to pull this up on your phone, I will pop that in the chat. You're going to love it. It's very simple. It's a very simple guide just to get you, dip your toe in the water, right? Get you prepared to dip your toe in the water. Excellent. Okay, I did post that in the chat. Phew, that was a lot of info, right? Now I know what you're thinking. You want to know how to take all of this valuable information and turn it into lasting transformation for your business. Well, if you're developing content for your business, you have to do the heavy lifting. You have to develop a solid, relevant brand for your business, one that speaks to who you are on the inside. And don't worry, I got you, right? I work with entrepreneurs at all different levels. I get it. I get you. Okay. And that really is the hardest part because once you nail that piece down, yeah, the rest is cake. The rest is fun. But if you feel like you need a little bit more support around this, scan this code. and we'll jump on a call. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, it's helpful to talk through my goals and my plans with someone focused on me and my personal success. Right, so this is the Profit Booster AI Impact Assessment Call, and this is a $497 value, but I really would just love to work with every single one of you. So for this group, it is free for you today. So I'm going to pop this in the chat as well. So we get on a call. We'll taco about it, right? And afterwards, we'll have some nachos. Get it? Taco about it and we'll have some nachos. Listen, we can't put the AI genie back in the bottle. She is already out there and she's soaring at great speeds with or without you. She is learning every single day. And she learns a lot faster than we do. So you have to take action now. Just get started. I'll help you. You might be surprised. Remember, there is no one like you in the world. Even if your business has competitors, yours is unique. Nobody does what you do the same way you do it. Why? Because the super sassy secret unicorn, well, it's you. It's always been you. So get out there, shake hands, kiss babies, and be your brand. And it looks like I have a little bit of time, a little extra time. So I'm going to stop sharing. And if anybody has any questions, I would love to interact with you. Yeah, thank you, Lisa, for the silent applause.
Thank you, Wendy. Just maybe let me start asking questions. Can you give us some, I guess, idea about what AI program that you would recommend?
Well, ChatGPT is winning the race right now, but I mean, Gemini is excellent. Gemini is folded into your Google products.
Okay.
And I believe Google will catch up soon because Google, who is Google? Like the keeper of all the data, right? All the data in the world belongs to Google. So Google will catch up. And then Anthropic has Claude. So Claude is a great AI also. And their responses seem to be a little bit different. They have different personalities. And that's in the code. Like, for example, ChatGPT was programmed with code that says, you are a helpful assistant, right? And that is wonderful, right? Does that sound great? Yes and no. Because here's the problem with that code is that she's a helpful assistant at all costs, even if she's lying, hallucinating, or making up a response. So sometimes she will make up a response because she can't find it or figure it out. So she'll make it up because she's what? A helpful assistant. So yeah, check your facts. But I use ChatGPT mostly.
Verlaine has a questions.
Yes.
Hi, Verlaine.
Hi. I was wondering, what do you use for your pictures or video? I know chat. I haven't been back on chat for a good month, and I know they do now have that, but I didn't wondered if you have a special area that you like.
It's not great on ChatGPT yet. Midjourney is still the best for images. But and then for video, I like Video, VID, and I'll put it video.ai. And this is what nope, VIDYO. Damn you, autocorrect. VIDYO. Let me see if it'll let me. There, video.ai. And it's really cool. So, right, like I just gave a presentation, right? And let's just say I had this recording, and I don't know if I'm going to get this recording or not, but I do a lot of talks. Thank you, Lisa. And so if I take my talk, my 20-minute talk, for example, and I upload it to video.ai, it'll go in and divide it up into little shorts and reels for me that I can post all over social media. And here's the cool thing, it'll rate them. So it'll start with like, the first one is like 92. So it's telling me that it's a 92%, it's close to 100% accurate, like not accurate, but that my audience will respond to this. My audience is 92% likely to respond to this one, 89% to this one, 84 to this one, 72 to this one. So I go in and I edit it, but I start with the top one and I go in and I check all of the captions and everything, make sure all the words are right and see if I want to add anything like emojis and stuff like that. And then, yeah.
That's
amazing.
great. That's great. Well, I also the section, there's a way to set up AI that I learned of the Chat GPT that you can have it personalized, and then
In
it
the
keeps
custom
learning.
instructions.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible because it's learning your voice, it's learning how to work with you, and it's private, which is really nice.
Right. Yes and no. So yeah, what is private? Is it private? Because we don't know 100%, right? But so that if you ask me that question, I will tell you this: don't share anything with ChatGPT that you wouldn't share on the internet, like on your website. So, but yes, I work with my clients on that. I take them, we build their brand, do that heavy lifting first, then we go into ChatGPT, into the custom instructions area and populate that area so that we start training her on your own brand voice.
Yeah, great.
Liliana, did you have a question?
Yes, I have two questions, Wendy, really quick. For video, is it bilingual or is only English?
That's a great question, and I'm not too sure, but I know that there are bilingual AI tools out there already. So yeah, that's a great thing for me to research. And yeah, I would love to. I'm going to do some research on that, and I'm going to get back to you.
Okay, and if I find something, I will let you know as well.
Yeah, please do. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah,
and my
talking about languages, just to let you know, my phone, my Samsung the 24 Ultra, it has the translation, like I can talk or I can text, and the person that receive if I activate them, it will receive the language what I tell them to say.
That's amazing.
That's
Isn't
great.
That's
it?
fantastic.
And when I went to Iceland, I want to do that, but then I realized people in Iceland, they all speak English, so I don't need to do that. And so I'm gonna test that when I go to Japan, because in Japan, I have no idea what the Japanese, but it says both, it text or call, like you can speak, and then, but you have to set it up.
So interesting. And I
So
wonder,
that's what I
how
thought is
accurate.
interesting when it can do like that, and but so that's what I just thought let you know.
Lisa, did you have a question?
Yeah, and let me lower my hand. Well, more of like a comment for everyone here. So I thank you, Angeline, for mentioning earlier that I was tech savvy. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I will say when AI started coming out and being more popular, and I don't know if anyone can agree, it felt really overwhelming, right? Like it's like there's this amazing, powerful machine, but you still have to learn how to use the machine. And then there's another machine. You're like, oh my gosh, I gotta learn how to do all these machines. And Wendy was phenomenal in like patiently walking me through the steps of how, as a business person, because I don't need to know all the things. I just need to know the things that are going to help me save some time and do it the right way. So I know that I could put in ChatGPT prior to working with Wendy. I could be like, write me a novel, and it could write me a novel, but I don't need a novel, number one. And I want it to sound like me, right? So I want to use it effectively. And she really, the way she taught me how to put my brand and voice into it, and step by step, even when I've been in business for a long time, it was still like awkward and hard to like. I was like, oh, how does this work? And she was so stinking patient,
Aw.
y'all, so patient. And it now I can go in there and use it. For example, I'm, like creating a new onboarding system for my ISN members, International Speaker Network. But I wrote it, I wrote it, but then I have it zhuzh it up a little bit. And then I go, okay, how can I use this in other ways? So I have it translated to different things, but I would not have had the confidence to do that if she hadn't taught me like how to talk to it. How do you tell it what to do? And no, try again. I really, it was like learning a new language. So you're like my music teacher, Wendy.
Aw, well,
I learned how to do it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you are like lost and it's not working, this is one of those like, don't do your own root canal. Just have someone have her show you how to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
oh,
And
totally.
yes. So I just want to put that also because some people, as you know, the negative thing, people say, oh, AI, interfere and blah, 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 and the negative thing. And I'm always the type of person, no matter what, a good tool, sometimes when people misuse them, people took advantages, just the other side of people that will make it bad. So to me, that's why I think that I have this Wendy as our speaker is just to let you know that sometimes we need somebody that who knows the AI to help us what to be aware of. Like
Right.
he was just saying, not to do this. We need to be aware about the I guess what the negative thing for using AI, so
Yes,
because
best practices. Just some
exactly.
some best
Because
practices to yes,
otherwise you're going to
and
say, oh, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to do this because
right.
it's very intrusive.
And to respond to that, Dr. Susie, she put in the chat, she's anxious to try AI with her brand content. Well, like I said, it's your brand content, right? Now, if you're talking proprietary content, well, might have to be a little bit careful with that. But if it's brand content, like what's on your website, the About You page or on your speaker page or on all of that's already out there. And yeah, you can make it absolutely incredible. Verlaine, did you have another question?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
No
thank you.
problem.
And we have
Yeah.
30 seconds. And so thank you. And you're Wendy has a great gift and she gave this all of us a session that we can sign up. And to me, that's awesome. That is the first step, which I'm gonna do, that for
Oh,
us to just do it the right way. Just like Lisa said, because then we don't have this experience. Then they say, okay, I'm not going to touch it anymore because because we did not start it, correctly or working with somebody who has experience.
She
Thank you.
was terrific, and I already signed up.
Oh,
oh,
good.
cool.
Yes.
And I do want to tell you all this, especially the apprehensive ones. This version of ChatGPT is the dumbest version you will ever use.
Oh my gosh.
That's how fast it's changing. So you
Wow.
absolutely have to start somewhere, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be way beyond our scope.
Okay. Okay. Just really quickly, Liana, you have a questions?
Yes, quick question. Wendy, do you use the free version or do you pay?
I pay. Yeah, it's just a little better output, and especially because I'm in the AI world. But if you have the free version, I suggest you start there. You don't have to pay. Start with the free version. I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I would like to say something. The thing is, you wrote Susie that you are concerned about putting, using it for your brand. You don't have to use anything that comes back from AI. You can edit it, you can change it, you can start over, you say do a better job, change it. And
Yeah.
so don't be afraid of it. It's just a like looking for search on Google, only you get some really great answers. And try out doing some poetry. It's so fun. You put in what you want the poem to be about, and shoom, there's a poem, or a story. It's really fun, and I really suggest you get into it. And it sounds like Wendy is offering a fabulous service.
Oh, yes. And guess what? Because this is only the service she's offering for all of us that who attended this meeting. And I just want to
Yes.
let you know. So that's why there's, like Robbie said, if you show up, you never know what treasure that you will discover when you show up.
That's a
So
lot of
Thank you
treasure.
so much. Thank you for having me.
Wendy.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
Aw,
thank you.
Thank you.
So next we're going to each one of you going to get a chance to introduce yourself. And this is how I am going to do this today. I'm going to have you partner with somebody, and I'm going to do this. And when you partner with somebody, you need to let that person with your partner how you want to be introduced. Because sometimes the reason we want to do this exercise, that sometimes we talk, or maybe we talk too long, and people lose the information that you want to introduce yourself, or what other people needs to know. So because of that, I like to have each one of you do that, and so that would be very helpful for each one of you to do that. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to have, okay, there is so many. Let's see. Let me see how many people of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13. Okay. And before we go this, Joan just joined us. So Joan, can you take a pictures of us before we do the breakout session, please?
Yes, gladly.
Everybody
Okay.
smile.
Okay. All right. So hold on just a second. I'm going to, that's okay. Everybody looks good. All right. So I'm going to take a few shots, a few snaps, and let me see. Make sure I got my. Okay, ladies, look your best. Ooh. Okay, you get it. Try it again. And here we go for the last one. All right, you're all looking lovely. So see, you get to try both sides to see which one is your best side. So.
And I will send
Okay.
you the pictures. Okay. And we'll stop